Good morning, dear students. We're going today study English from book English 7, Unit 6, Lesson 3, My Holidays. Let me introduce you myself. My name is Bayır Sayhan. I'm from school New Era. And let me introduce you my colleague, Matthew Kennedy, English teacher. So, good morning.
Good morning, Bayır Sayhan. Good morning, students. As Bayır Sayhan said, my name is Mr. Kennedy. I also work at New Era Laboratory School here in Ulaanbaatar. And today, we are going to talk about simple present and present continuous tenses. Now, you might be thinking, I've already done this before. I know this. Well, you never fully know it. It always helps to practice, to relearn it, to study again. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to review over simple present and present continuous tenses. Now you see here, I have a wonderful Christmas tree. So it's a wonderful time of the year, but talking about all these plans, all of these traditions and things that happen, that happens with simple present and present continuous tense. So let's get started. First of all, I have some objectives for your lesson today. Today you are going to understand how and when to use simple present and present continuous tenses, both of these. We're also going to verbally communicate, speak about your holiday plans with each other. And then you are going to demonstrate your knowledge of the two tenses in writing. So, let's start with present continuous tense. First, let's start with the very basics, the structure. How does it look? How does it work? All English sentences are simple. Subject, verb, object. Your subject is what you're talking about. That's you, me, he, she, it. Your verb is the action of the sentence. What's going on? And of course, then the object is what you're talking about, what the subject is referring to. All right, so which tense were we in? Present continuous. Yes. In the present continuous tense, the subject stays the same, nothing changes. We have a helping verb. The helping verb works with a main verb. Both of them work together, and both of them are the same idea, the same verb. So the helping verb in present continuous tense is the be verb. Am, is, are, was, be. And the main verb gets ing added to the end of it. All right? So, when we're writing, because you will be doing writing today, when we do writing, there are some spelling exceptions that you will run into. Some of these spelling exceptions are easy and simple to remember, others are a little hard. But you need to know how to spell, and so let's go through these. If the base verb, again, let's go back up. The main verb is your base verb. This is the verb that we're working with. The helping verb comes later. The main verb, or the base verb, if it ends in a consonant, a stressed vowel, and a consonant, you will double the last letter. So you're thinking, what is a stressed vowel? You should know what a consonant is. A consonant is not a sound created by the throats, by the vocal cords. It's a sound created by the lips and the tongue. All right, a vowel is created down here. A, o. The consonants are things like te, is, are, things created with the mouth. And so a stressed vowel comes from the throat. Now, how does this work? What is a stressed vowel? When speaking, we put emphasis or we put stresses on certain parts of the word. All right, so here are some examples that I've given you. Which vowels are stressed? Listen. Run. It's one syllable word, only one vowel. Consonant R. U is our vowel. And in, another consonant. Filling the consonant, stressed vowel, consonant rule. which means the last letter is doubled before you add the ing. ing. So in, not just one in, two. The next one, here. Again, that's one syllable. I only made one vowel sound with my throat, E, here. But if you look at the way it's spelled, it's H-E-A-R. It's two vowels working together to produce one sound. And so it doesn't fit the consonant, stressed vowel, consonant rule because it's consonant, vowel, vowel, consonant. So we do not double the R. The R stays as it is. Here we have a two-syllable word, shower. All right? Two vowels, the O and the E, but listen to me say it. Shower, shower. Which of those vowels is stressed? Where am I putting the emphasis? Is it shower or is it shower? Shower or shower? It's shower. The O, the first O, is stressed. The last E, we have consonant, vowel, consonant, but the last E is not stressed. It's an unstressed vowel, which means that we do not double the last letter, here being the R. It stays the same. Stop. All right? It's a longer word, but it's only one syllable. And because there's only one syllable, and it's consonant, vowel, consonant, we double the P. And now the last one, travel. Travel is two syllables. Again, T-R-A, vowel, V-E, vowel, L. Well, it's not travel, it's travel. The emphasis is on the first syllable. It's travel. And so whenever you make it into its present continuous tense, you do not double the L. So these are stresses. This is something you have to learn. You have to listen to the way somebody says a word. If you know how to pronounce the word, then you understand how to spell it. So this one is a little harder. It requires a higher level of English before you can understand the spelling, because you need to understand pronunciation as well. The other ones that we're going to see, the other spelling exceptions, are easier. Now the first one, if the base verb ends in IE, simply change the IE to a Y when you make it into present continuous. IE becomes Y. Lie becomes lying. And the last one, if the base verb ends in a vowel plus a consonant plus the vowel E, omit, get rid of, throw away the E. So make becomes making. Notice there's an E here, there's no E here. Those are the only spelling exceptions, so that's the hard part. The rest of the present continuous tense is simple. And you shall see we have some example sentences here. Now I've made it easy. I've split the sentences up into their parts. We have subject, helping verb, our negative word, if there is one, our main verb, and our object. Subject, verb, object. Now, in a positive sentence, we do not need a negative word, because a negative word makes it a negative sentence. So no negative word in our positive sentences. Positive sentence is very easy. I am, be verb, speaking to you. Nothing changed with speaking. Vowel, vowel, consonant, so the K doesn't double. And the object to you. I am speaking to you. You are, be verb, reading this. All right, that's the easy one. That's positive sentences. Negative sentences, we add not. Not is our negative verb, negative word. She is not working in Paris. Not comes between the helping verb and the main verb. The helping verb and the main verb work together, but if you're making it negative, you have to add not between the two. Now, whenever asking questions in present continuous, it gets a little more difficult. All you simply do, though, is switch our helping verb and our subject. The helping verb I put in yellow, so you can easily see it. Am, are, is, are. But but whenever you're asking a question, you take your subject, he, and your helping verb, and you switch them. So we are would become are we. He is becomes is he. So when asking questions, switch the helping verb and your subject. All right, let's move on. How do you use this tense? This is the fun part. Simple present continuous tense is used for action that is happening now or near the point that I'm talking about. It can be in the near past or it can be in the near future. But it's somewhere near or right now. And for action that is happening in the future. All right, so we're using a present tense to talk about future events. We're going to get into that later. But those are your uses. That's how you use this tense. Now let's move on to simple present tense, or present simple, depending on where you learned. Your structure. Again, all English sentences are the same. Subject, verb, object. Our subject stays the same, nothing changes. Helping verb. This time the helping verb is the do verb, not be, do. And then you have your main verb. Notice nothing happens to the main verb. The main verb stays the same. So, exceptions to the rule. That's really, really simple. But there are some exceptions. For positive sentences, we do not use the helping verb. So if I'm saying, if I can begin the sentence with yes, I don't need the helping verb. I don't need do. It's not necessary. I can say it if I want to emphasize or make a point, but I don't need to. For the third person singular, that being he, she, or it, we add s to the main verb, or es to the auxiliary. Auxiliary is another word for helping verb. All right? We're going to look at that later. And for the verb to be, we do not use the helping verb. So if to be, or the be verb, is our main verb, we do not use the helping verb. It's not necessary. It sounds weird. So, even for questions or negatives, that is true. So let's move on. Our example sentences. Here we have our subject, I, you, we, they. No helping verb. These are positive sentences. No helping verb is needed. No negative word is needed because it's a positive sentence. So here we have our main verb and our object. So I study English. Nothing changed. It's really simple. That's why we call it simple present, because nothing really happens. Except now we get into negative. I, you, we, they do, here's our helping verb, not study English. All right? And our subject, he, she, it, does. This is third person, he, she, it. So we add the s, or es, onto the end of the helping verb, not study English. He does not study English. And again, with our question, helping verb and subject switch. So do I study English? Does, third person, he, she, it study English? All right. It again is very simple. So how do we use it? Simple present is used when the action is general. It is not necessarily, we also could call that a state, or how you are. I am happy. Am is our be verb, happy. So notice, it's a be verb, so I did not need a helping verb. I don't say, I do am happy. I just am. The action happens all the time, or habitually, in the past, present, or future. Habitually means habit, a regular occurrence, a routine. If it's a part of your routine or your habit, you can use the simple present tense. I brush my teeth. I do it every day. I do it twice a day. It's habit. The action is only happening now. I teach English. I teach English at school. I'm teaching English here. That's my profession. I'm an English teacher. So I can say I teach English because it's not only happening now. And last, if the statement is always true. If it's always true, I can say it using present simple. For example, I do not eat meat. If somebody happens to be a vegetarian and they never eat meat, then you can say, I do not eat meat, using present simple. Or if it is always true in any other circumstance, that is something you can use. So, now let's practice what we've now reviewed. That all should have been review. I hope you all have learned that before. So this part should be easy because you should already know how to do it. So, question number 1. Take the verb and the subject in the brackets and put it in the right tense. So let's do this one together. You do anything interesting this weekend? All right, what time are we talking about? This weekend, that's our time word. When are we talking? We're talking about the future.
Yes.
And so which of our tenses talks about the future? Would simple present talk about the future? Well, no, it talks about habit. It talks about regular occurrences, talks about states of being, but it does not talk about the future. So we know that we have to put this in present continuous tense. So you must answer in the present continuous tense as well. No, I study for my biology. So let's put this in present. It's a question, so you know that you will need to switch the helping verb. Do you, so are be verb, you doing anything interesting this weekend? No, I am studying for my biology exam. Are, be verb, helping verb, you doing, this is our main verb, ing. Anything interesting this weekend? No, I am studying for my biology exam. It's a very boring weekend. All right, now I'm going to give you guys time to do this. So I'll have a timer at the bottom. We're going to have you about 10 seconds. Look through here. Think about what's the sentence asking? What time is it talking about? What are we talking about? What tense should I put it in? Go. All right, let's look at the answer. Do you like your apartment? What we're talking about here is a state of being. All right, so we use present simple. Do you like? Do is the helping verb for present simple. You is our subject, they switch. Like does not change because we're not talking about third person. We're talking about you, second person, your apartment. Not really. Actually, I am looking for a new one at the moment. All right, it's happening now. It's happening now. You can use present continuous, am looking. Question number 3. Here's our answer. Yes. Nina looks nervous. Again, we have a state of being. This is how she is. And so we add S because we're talking about a third person, he, she, or it. What is the word for that?
Noun?
Yeah, it's a noun. What kind of noun was it?
It's personal noun.
Personal noun. Thank you very
noun.
much.
Yes.
A personal noun. Nina looks nervous. There we go. She is seeing the dentist this afternoon. Is seeing, we're talking about a future event, something you've already planned, so we can use present continuous. Next, question 4. All right. Does David want to go to the theater this evening? We're talking about a state of being. Does he want to? So we use the do, does, es, because it's a do verb. Add es to the end. That's our helping verb. Does David want to go to the theater? No, he can't. He has an important business appointment. All right. For lack of time, let's skip the last question. And let's move on to our communication, actually using these tenses in speech. So I have put together a conversation between Bayersachen Baksh and myself. We're going to read through this conversation. I want you to listen. How do we use these tenses? One way I did not tell you was using present simple. If we're talking about a schedule or a timetable, we can use present simple as well. So listen for that as we speak. I'll put it up on the board so you can read along as we're speaking. All right, here we go.
Hello, Mr. Kennedy. Today is certainly a wonderful day, isn't it?
Yes, but it is also a very busy day. I like the Christmas season, but it brings too much stress. I have so much to do.
Is it almost at Christmas already? Wow, time goes so quickly. Why are you feeling stressed?
I am trying to book my travel plans.
Where are you going?
I'm going back home to Dallas, Texas, to spend the holiday with my family. My grandfather lives there, and so do most of my aunts, uncles, and cousins.
How are you getting there?
I want to fly, but I cannot find a good flight. All the flights today are full, but there are 3 flights tomorrow. One leaves at 8 a.m., one leaves at 10:30 a.m., and the last leaves at 2:15 p.m. There are 2 more flights on Friday, but they are full too.
Why do you want to fly tomorrow?
My grandfather is singing in a Christmas concert tonight. I really want to see it. His concert is my favorite Christmas tradition.
Does your family have many traditions?
Oh, yes. On Christmas Eve, we dress up in our nicest clothes and go to church. After church, we come home and open one of the presents under the tree. It's always a game. We play the game all night until we are so tired our eyes won't stay open. On Christmas morning, I sleep in, but my dad gets up early to bake cinnamon buns. I love waking up to that smell.
That sounds like so much fun. I hope you are able to get home in time to celebrate with your family.
So do I. I just wish... Oh, yes! Look! A seat just opened up on one of today's flights. Oh no! It leaves in 2 hours. I have to pack. See you later.
Merry Christmas!
All right. So, maybe you understood all of that. Maybe you didn't. If not, that's okay. We're going to do it one more time. This time, listen to these questions. What am I doing when Bayersachen Baksh finds me? What time do the flights leave tomorrow? What are my family's Christmas traditions and which is my favorite? And how much time do I have to pack? Now, let's read it one more time. We're going to go a little faster. So listen carefully. All right, here we go.
Hello, Mr. Kennedy. Today is certainly a wonderful day, isn't it?
Yes, but it is also a very busy day. I like the Christmas season, but it brings too much stress. I have so much to do.
Is it almost Christmas already? Wow, time goes by so quickly. Why are you feeling stressed?
I'm trying to book my travel plans.
Where are you going?
I'm going back home to Dallas, Texas, to spend the holiday with my family. My grandfather lives there, and so do most of my aunts, uncles, and cousins.
How are you getting there?
I want to fly, but I cannot find a good flight. All the flights today are full, but there are 3 flights tomorrow. One leaves at 8 a.m., one leaves at 10:30 a.m., and the last leaves at 2:15. There are 2 more flights on Friday, but they are full too.
Why don't you want to fly tomorrow?
My grandfather is singing in a Christmas concert tonight. I really want to see it. His concert is my favorite Christmas tradition.
Does your family have many traditions?
Oh, yes. On Christmas Eve, we dress up in our nicest clothes and go to church. After church, we come home and open one of the presents under the tree. It's always a game. We play the game all night until we are so tired our eyes won't stay open. On Christmas morning, I sleep in, but my dad gets up early to bake cinnamon buns. I love waking up to that smell.
That sounds like so much fun. I hope you are able to get home in time to celebrate with your family.
So do I. I just wish... Oh, yes! Look! A seat just opened up on one of today's flights. Oh no! It leaves in 2 hours. I have to pack. See you later.
Merry Christmas, Matthew.
And Merry
Thank you
Christmas,
very
Bye,
much,
second.
teacher, students.
All right, thank you guys. Now your homework. Now you guys are going to speak with each other, talk about your plans for the holiday. Maybe you don't celebrate Christmas, maybe you celebrate New Year's. Talk about your plans, your feelings, talk about where you celebrate and how you get there, who you celebrate with, any traditions you might have. And last, I want you to write a letter. Write a short letter inviting a friend to spend the holiday with you. Tell him all about your holiday plans and traditions. Make it personal. All right. Thank you guys. If you want to know more about Christmas, and you can check out these websites, do a search for Christmas. History.com, Wikipedia, and holidays.net are good sites to go to. And last, we want to give credit to those who have helped us out with this. The English 7 book, we used that today for our lesson. And a lot of the grammar points I talked about came from EnglishClub.com. EnglishClub.com. Go there. There's all kinds of help if you want to learn English in your free time. Thank you guys very much.
Bye-bye.